Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be discussing some shit, alright? But first, I want to talk about my most favorite band, the best band in the world, the most metal band out there, the most hardcore, bestest, most inspiring band ever, Black Veil Brides. And if you fucking believe that shit, go fuck yourself. Bitch, we're talking about Led Zeppelin. Now that's where it's at. Fuck that noise. So what we're going to be talking about actually today is something that shouldn't even be an issue. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing emo kids. I don't know why this is even necessary to discuss or why this is a thing, but here we are, 21st century, and such a term is known almost globally by everyone. So, for those of you in the audience who may not know and consider yourselves lucky, I'm about to ruin it for you. I don't know how you couldn't know, but it's possible, I suppose. What does it mean to be emo? Now, there's so much anger built up towards this stuff you guys don't even know. Trying to put it out decently without just having a screaming fit until we get to the end is difficult. Talking about people I hate, my girlfriend just texted me. Hello, Janine. JK, lol. Anyways, for those of you who may not know, emo kids, by their definition, it just means emotional. Bullshit. Oh my fucking Lord, Christ in heaven, why can't I make this video? Emo kids say, I'm emotional, that's what it means. But here's the deal. It ain't what it fucking means. Emotional means you're emotional, you feel shit. Most people are all emotional to some degree, but emo kids be like, we're all emo because we don't feel emotion. Bullshit! There's quite a difference between being emo and being emotional, so fuck that. An emo kid is basically an attention whore, and we've discussed them at length in the past. And but you see, here's their deal. They don't go on about Jesus or anything else. They talk about how horrible their life is, and we bitched a little bit about them. But now it's time to discuss them in a separate rant. They're shitty enough to where they deserve their own bitch sesh. Emo kids basically say their life sucks, and they're so terribly depressed, and the only way that they know how to feel better is to cut themselves. Just yeah, they cut themselves. Mainly their wrists, but sometimes they hide it and do it on their legs. So, review this here. I know it was quick, we went through that quick, but so, they say their life sucks, and so they alleviate the suckiness by self-harming. What the fuck? Alright? I know science could say, oh well, it releases endorphins and makes them feel better, and some of that bullshit, but endorphins or not, how the ever-loving fuck does slitting your wrists open, or wherever the fuck you choose to do it, how does that make it better? You know what? That's just fucking stupid, okay? But the thing is, even if it does do all that stuff, if they really hated their lives and they wanted to die and that's why they cut themselves, I've heard some of the most ridiculous shit. I'm useless, I don't deserve to be here, I deserve to bleed, I'm pathetic. Oh my fucking god, this is the pussiest shit I've ever seen. Okay, to any of these emo kids watching who are here to have a bitch at me, let's review. This way for attention. This way for the intended fucking result. If you were so upset and so depressed, then you would know, or you would actually go through with some, that instead of just, you You want people, see, you want to have attention to be like, no, I'm so depressed, oh, people care about you and ask you, oh, what's wrong? You're like, nothing, I don't want to talk about it. This is the most moronic thing. And people, again, will say to me, Mike, you don't know anything about it. You're judging them. Mike, you're an asshole. Wrong. As I've discussed in previous videos, I've dealt with some shit. Alright? Not very fun shit. Several awful breakups. My father had passed away a year ago. Had many close good friends that would only end up betraying me and leaving me fucked. And I've never fit in school. I'm just trying to reiterate all this so those of you who may have forgotten or new watchers may understand where I'm coming from here. I'm not trying to have a pity party. If you want a pity party, you go look at the emos. So, I haven't had all that great of a fitting in life or shit to even have to deal with. Did I once go and hack myself up and get bleed and everything and cut up my wrists and everything and cry and bitch and moan about it all? No! I didn't. I fucking didn't. You know why? Because I give a shit about myself and I give a shit about my life. Here's the fucking deal, alright? Life can suck. Yes, it blatantly can. You're gonna face a lot of shit. Life can also be amazing. But how are you ever going to get to the amazing parts if you just Oh my god. Janine, would you stop? Oh wait, that was an email. Fucking motherfuckers. The forces of the universe want me to stop. But I'm still going, motherfuckers. So, life has got so much more and everything else. I was on my spiel about it. So, did I ever once give up and say, oh, you know, I can't do this, I don't want to live? No, I didn't. I can understand someone losing the will to live if they've totally got their life fucked, no one's left there for them, they don't have any friends, family, love, they're hooked on drugs, and they're just ultra depressed, they've lost everybody and everything, and, you know, their body's all fucked up because they're all, I can understand then losing the will to live. But to be, you know, anywhere in between the ages of like fucking 12 and, you know, shit, we've still got some up in high school. You know, I'll say anywhere from like 12 to, like 22, it seems. To say that shit when you're, even just at the beginning of your real life, when you start living, to say that shit is the most fucking moronic thing I've ever heard. And then they'll also go on about, I don't care. People can say the shit they want. It doesn't matter to me. And then you look on Facebook and all they do is bitch. Why do people have to be so hurtful? You know what? You ignore it. You put it out. It doesn't matter. You're yourself. You don't have to listen to the shit from other people. Why does it matter to you what, you know, Billy Bob Joe fucker has to say? Or Jim McNumbnuts? Why does it matter? Well, because people saying it's mean. So, why listen? Why even bother with it? So many people say it. Yeah, well, some really influential and powerful good people in history were hated and shit-talked by many people. So, do you think they went home at night and cried and bitched and moaned and listened to fucking Blood on the fucking Dance Floor? The fuck they did. They didn't do that. And the reason I said this shouldn't even be a topic is because this is truly moronic. It really is. It's childish, immature, and stupid. Some people have lived through some of the worst shit in living hell you can imagine. Let's take, for example, people in the Holocaust survivors. They saw literal hell on earth, and they survived it. True atrocities created by man that some people never thought possible. Watching mass murder and torture in front of them. Many, many, many people died, but some survived. Some of them did indeed lose the will to live. I mean, who wouldn't after seeing such horrors? However, not one of them, I'm quite certain of that, started to have a bitch about it and think they were worthless and started cutting themselves. If you thought you were truly worthless and you thought you deserved to die, if you truly thought that, then you just go about it. You wouldn't make a big deal of it and talk about it to everyone and be like, yeah, I'm emo. You wouldn't label yourself emo. If you were truly upset and depressed and bothered and everything else, you wouldn't go around, with all these emo groups on Facebook and wear the emo clothing and the black eyeliner and the black hair and the black fingernail polish and whatever the fucking bullshit they do. If you were truly feeling like that, you wouldn't express it in my outward darkness. You would keep it in. If you were truly sad and depressed and torn up, let's say some of these people were, you would keep it to yourself. You're not going to make a big deal of it. I'm sure the Holocaust survivors, plenty of PTSD, awful stuff, of course. But they didn't go for attention. They didn't cut themselves and be like, my life sucks. They were glad to be alive. They went through some of the shit, some awful shit that not me nor you will ever go through. Pray to Dio that we won't. And they stuck it through. And they didn't fucking, make mincemeat out of their wrists. And they're, of course, incredible people for that. So, the people that we mostly see who are emo, not emotional, emo, they express it outwardly. If you're upset, truly upset, and deep down in your heart, and you're depressed, and you feel just god-awful and like shit, and, worthless, and just, truly awful feeling, you're not gonna go and make big advertisements about it. I know what it feels like to feel just the worst shitty shit in the world. I didn't go around to everyone and say, hey, I'm emo, I'm depressed. Granted, I never was emo in the first place. It was fucking moronic. But I didn't make a fucking neon sign above my head and I didn't say, I'm depressed, everybody! No, I kept it to myself because it was my business. I'm not going to let people in on this personal stuff except for the people I trusted. Wind chimes. Oh no, the fucking bus is here. Dropping off the kids from a school I hate. I go home early because I have the last 2 periods of my day free. Fuck the bus. Fuck the school. Anyways. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, if you truly were feeling that way, you're not going to express in some outward image and say, you're so emo. I'm so dark. I'm so lost inside of my hatred and fear and anger and pain. You know what? Because if you truly felt that way, you're not going to want people to know. You're going to be ashamed of it. You're going to be scared of it. You're not going to join some fucking group on Facebook where all the emos are and, wear all that shit because it reflects your inner soul. It's become a subculture. The idea of the whole self-harm thing, while it may have scientific basis, there may be some true people out there who do it for the release of their endorphins. And it's usually people who, have experienced truly traumatic events like childhood rape, something like that. And still, while I don't think it's good that they do it, they are people who, for whatever reason, do choose to do it. Stupid, moronic though it is. But they don't make a big showing of it, and they don't talk about it. They hide it and keep it to themselves. But the main culture of it, the main thing, it's become a fucking culture. Did I just say culture? Yes. I just realized that I said that, and that's totally true. There is an emo culture. A culture of kids who bitch about being depressed and worthless and who do nothing but listen to shit music and cut themselves for fucking attention because they want to be noticed. Because they think, oh, if I cut myself, people will care about me. They'll be noticed. If you really were depressed and you really wanted to die, you would do it. So all of you fuckers who just pretend for attention, who are part of a culture, go fuck yourself, alright? Please. The true roots and basic emotion and feelings to this would never, ever, The true people never manifest themselves in a culture. It's an individual thing that they fight and deal with. They don't say, oh, yes, I'm emo. I'm gonna, go see fucking Sleeping with fucking Sirens. Fucking Sleeping with Fags. I'm gonna listen to, My Chemical Romance. Fuck you, pussies. All right? Fuck you. For the people who actually have emotional problems, I can respect that, and I know that it's a hard fight. And that's one thing. But this emo culture bullshit is making a mockery of that. It makes a mockery of people who are truly... Fuck! Another school bus. It makes a mockery of people who are truly dealing with these things, who are truly suffering and fighting. Just pisses all over it and makes it pop. Makes it pop culture. Do you realize how disrespectful and shit that is to people who actually suffer day in and day out because of some experience they cannot control, because they have had their life ripped from them? And not, oh, I like the aesthetic of the scene, I like the music, I like the bands, I'm gonna say I'm emo. Yeah. Do you realize how fucking moronic you are for feeling that way? It's not fucking cool. It's gay as shit. Why is this a culture? A subculture? I don't fucking care. It seems like it's trying to be a derivative, pussified version of goth. And it fails so badly. It seems that there's the rules of the emo culture. If you want to be emo, you can't look normal. You gotta have the straight black hair, and you gotta drink Monster, and you gotta have the piercings, and you gotta have the fucking gauges, or you gotta be wearing black, and you gotta love Sleeping with Sirens. Fuck that band. Fuck Sleeping with Sirens, and fuck Kellen Quinn. All right, just wanted to put that out there. You gotta listen to Blood on the Dance Floor. Yeah, the pedophile band. Fuck them. You gotta listen to, you gotta think Linkin Park is the most hardcore shit in the world. Don't get me wrong, Linkin Park, they're a good band. But some people think they're the most hardcore, best shit ever. So fuck those people. And we're just going down the list of fucking people. Black Veil Brides fans, they're the same way. Fuck them, because they just go on the same way as everyone else does. You can say, oh, there's a message of hope, and If you can't find hope in yourself, and you need music to directly tell you that, you are a dumbass. Music, speaking of the music of it, there's one phrase that a lot of these shits will say that really, really makes me just want to fucking punch the shit out of a wall. Because that would probably hurt less than hearing their phrase. They say, music saved my life. Listen to that again. Music saved my life. I'm a big music fan. I fucking love music. Especially prog. And I love the shit out of it. My life it would be certainly very dull and boring without music. And some of it has made me the person I am today through some of the ideals in that. And despite all the shit I've gone through, I would never once say that music saved my life. Music was there as a catharsis, as an accompaniment, as something to listen to and chill out to and just feel it, get it out. But never once did, unless music made itself into a physical embodied form and somehow, stops you from fucking pulling the trigger or something, music didn't do shit. It's either you or someone else who did it. Music is a great thing. If you say music saved my life, or more specifically what you often hear, blood on the dance floor saved my life. you, sir/madam, I should just call you all madam, because any of these boys who listen to this shit, they should have their fucking ball license taken away. They're a bunch of fucking pussies. There's nothing wrong with being depressed and sad. Shit, I've been there. But if you listen to that shit music and all you do is bitch and complain instead of doing something about it, and all you do is show the world how well you can carve fucking shit into your body, you are a fucking worthless human being. And a pussy. And all of you who tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, I fucking do. You better fucking believe me, I do. I would not bullshit this. I would not make shit up to say that, oh yeah, I know. I know what shit feels like. I fucking know. So don't say, oh, Kenshin, you don't know what it's like to feel like... I know what it feels like to be extremely depressed and sad and out of it. And just like the worst shit. Don't fucking say I don't. And I imagine some of the shit that I've dealt with, some people will never have to deal with. And I'm still here. Do you see any marks on my wrist? Do you see any of that shit? Huh? Do you see any here? Here? Look. Do you see jack shit? Do you see anything here? Huh? No! You know why? Because I'm not a pathetic, shitty loser. I don't mean loser as in some middle school insult. I mean that if you think of that shit and you're part of this, you think it's part of this cool subculture thing, you, madam, because all these other guys act like fucking girls, you, madam, are a loser. You have lost at life. It seems that subculture and culture now, the promoted ideal is just to be a fucking pussy. Just to, some hard comes your way. What did our parents do? What did our grandparents do? They fucking braced themselves and they fought through it. They've survived World War I, World War II, Cold War, and all the economic conditions, depression, it's all this stuff that's happened in the country. They've survived that. They've survived loss of family members, relationships, parents. They've survived all that. And they're still here and they're still strong. They braced themselves and fought it. That's back when having a backbone was the way to go. Now, being a pussy jellyfish is the accepted norm. A little something hard comes your way, a little bump in the road, you might as well fucking give up and sit on the side of the road and fucking cry about it and drown in a pool of your own fucking blood. That's the way it's going. And you know what? The world would be better off without you. If you really think that you're a part of this terribly depressed subculture and you're all one and everything else. Goodbye. Please. Just go. Just go. We don't need you. We don't want you. Because I tell you, by the time these kids are going to go... When these kids grow up and they face the real hard world that's outside there, they're gonna fucking shit their pants. If they think that their life sucks just because their parents don't get them, or man, they can't buy this, their parents won't do that, people don't like them at school. If that's the biggest deal in the world to you, it makes you take a sharpened blade to your skin and slice your own body open, then you will not last in the world, the real world. But I'm afraid of the fact that because they are legion, they are fucking legion, that this world will turn into, the emo haven. And all the things, all the stuff, that we once stood for courage, strength, honor, valor. All those things are going to go down the fucking drain. Because it's not accepted to be a fucking piss pants puss and, take a shit every time something a little hard happens in your life. And then when you say, oh, well, I'm emo, so, that's just what I do because, life's hard and no one likes me. And on a closing note, on the no one likes me bullshit, My blood pressure's getting up. Not many people like me, alright? But even if nobody liked me, I do have plenty of people who do. You know, I have some really close friends through the Tops crew. My girlfriend, who's amazing. But majority of people think I'm a weirdo, alright? And I'm okay with that. And I've said that before. What matters, it doesn't matter if you are hated by everyone. If when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself, and if you like what you see, you're set. You're golden. But if everyone loves you and you look in that mirror and you don't like it, then you're fucked. The only person that's truly important is numero uno. It's yourself. If it was just you on this planet, and culture and everything else hadn't happened, you would never think bad of yourself. Every bad thing that we think about ourselves, aside from actually being, you know, like being a shitty person, but when it comes to self-esteem, is all created through cultural fluctuations and pushing and norms. You know, if you're not this, you're no good. If you're not, you know, super fucking thin, you're not beautiful. If you don't wear makeup, you ain't beautiful. If you don't wear stylish clothing, you're not beautiful. If you're not this, you're fat. If you're this, you're ugly. You're this, you're stupid. It's all set up by culture and society. If that didn't exist, we'd all think very highly of ourselves because we'd have no reason not to. If it was just you on Earth, you know, you're never going to think badly of yourself because it's just you. But the minute one other person is there and they start offering their opinion and you let it affect you is when you stop living your own life. I don't let other people live my life for me. People can say whatever they'd like, but that ain't going to mean I'm going to change myself. I live my own life. I don't let other people pull my strings. That's unfortunately what many people do. So as a word of advice, live your own life. Because the only person that truly matters in the end ain't what, you know, Obora Wadabanas across the room thinks. It's what you think of yourself when you look at yourself. If you can look at yourself and say, yeah, I like that, I'm proud of that. I am who I am and I love what I am. And that's what matters. So all the fucking emo kids out there who say they hate themselves, strip away all the fucking outside shit. Because that literally is shit. They're just bullshit. They're reiterating the shit that other people say because they're fucking weak-ass pussies who can't understand that you are the only person who is truly, truly utmost important in your life. They would not say, I'm worthless, if one, they didn't realize that would get them attention, and also if it wasn't for them not being strong enough to have some faith and some fucking self-pride in their backbone to stand up and fucking fight and stand their ground. So what do they do instead? They cry about it and they go for it and get attention by just So, bottom line. Their music sucks, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's awful. It's hideous. It makes me want to fucking puke. For the true people out there who are actually emotionally suffering, you know, fight the good fight. And my advice on that about numero uno, number one. But for everybody else who's all just wants attention by look at how I hurt myself and look at how evil and dark and black I am and how awful my soul is and I hate my life and I'm worthless and I'm shit and I don't deserve to live and fuck you. Oh, wait, what's this coming in? What's this? Oh, hello. Fuck you! Double fuck you to you guys. And for everyone else out there who is just a normal person, is just chilling, just living their life, rock the fuck on. See you next time, guys. My God, why do I look like such a faggot with these glasses? They represent the darkness inside my soul.